I think the most thing I got from being a pianist is I can learn the pieces. I can learn the composers through their pieces, learn their thoughts, their choice, how to write for this bar, this note. After I learned some theory, I can just analyze their works. I feel, well, I'm above you now.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, I found it's a great combination for being a composer and a like musician, pianist.
Yeah, I've never actually thought about that. Like learning piano to just like get inside of these composers' works and get inside of these composers' minds. I mean, were there any composers or pieces that like surprised you in any way after learning about like playing it on the piano?
No, must be a romantic time, like Chopin's piece, Liszt, and the French composers, Debussy and Ravel.
Yeah.
Their pieces really inspired me a lot. Like when I was learning their pieces, I can't believe that music can be that beautiful.
Yeah, and I think those, especially like the French impressionist composers you're
Exactly.
talking
Yeah.
about, it's like the color and harmony
Right. Yeah.
um is what I always kind of come away with. And I totally hear that in your music
Ah, thanks you
now
so
that you mention
much.
it. Um and so on this kind of idea of pianism, I guess you could say, before we met up, you mentioned that that like practicing piano is a big part of your compositional process. Maybe is this what you're talking about, or do you play through your own music quite a bit on the piano?
I sometimes, before I wrote the pieces, I just improvise on the piano. Yeah, that's the process. Yeah, that's the initial thing I would do to compose a new piece. Yeah, and speaking of the composers that which inspire me a lot, I would like to mention about my favorite composer is Rachmaninoff.
Yeah.
the Passion. Favorite one, and probably Tchaikovsky too. Their music inspired me a lot.
Yeah,
Mhm.
absolutely.
Yeah.
So I learned about you through your piece Senses 4, which came out on an album with the Crash Ensemble. And I
Hmm.
love everything the Crash Ensemble does, but listening, I think your piece on that album is the only one I've featured on my radio show.
Thank you so
um,
much.
and maybe the piece itself or the series Senses has a lot to do with like the natural world and the relationship that humans have with the natural world. And so, what is it about nature that inspires you and in the work that you do?
Mm. I wrote this piece around like the year of after I moved to Ireland. Well, I inspired by the natural environment here a lot. I When I got off the plane, I can't believe just a city can be that green. It's so different from where I came from, and I can just taste the air. After as soon as I got off the plane, and yeah, especially the dramatic environment here. The weather rains a lot, and
Yeah.
suddenly, yeah, sunshine is very good, but the next second rain. And that makes me just started to notice the natural environment surround me. Where I came from was China mainland, like Beijing, that city. Every like mega city, is built up so well, buildings everywhere, and I just pay less attention on the natural environment around me because everywhere feels the same to me. Yeah, but after that, after I moved to Ireland, I just, you know, I hate it at beginning for, and then I just accept it. And then I just found, okay, this is another type of life.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I started to like it now.
There's so much to talk about with this because I've been to Ireland, of course. That's we met up in person last year, and I've been to Ireland a couple times recently, but I've also been in Beijing. And so I was in Beijing like in 2012
Oh, wow, that's
for a
early.
school
Yeah.
trip. So, but I still, I totally know what you're talking about because I don't hardly remember anything about Beijing because all of it's concrete. It's just a
Yeah.
giant city.
Yeah.
Whereas, Ireland, it's so diverse. Even though it's a small country, it's got like so much to see as in terms of nature and the weather. You're right. Like when you plan a trip to Ireland, it's even if you're there for just a few days, they say to plan for all four seasons. It could be windy
True. Yeah.
1 minute, and then it could be sunny, and then it could start raining. And
Yeah.
um, funny enough, every time we go to Ireland, it's like beautiful sunny weather, and our friends tell us that we brought it with us. So, but I think I'm drawn to this piece so much because one, you evoke this natural world and kind of the intermingling of nature with human so eloquently and in your textures. I mean, we've talked a little bit about harmony and color and emotion a little bit. We'll talk about that a little bit more in a minute, but how do you see texture in your music? Because that's what like made me fall in love with this piece in
Oh,
particular.
thanks. Texture. Which part you mean?
I think like there's one part, it almost sounds like rain, kind of tinkling atmosphere with like the guitars playing these chords that kind of just float. I haven't listened to the piece in a couple months, but there's that, and then there's like some parts of it where it just seems like I can imagine like mushrooms growing
Really? Wow.
from like the way the ensemble is playing. I don't know how to describe it. But maybe like you don't think, maybe it's totally intuitive.
Oh, no, it's exactly like Will said. Yeah, in this piece, I was trying to imitate like plants growing, and for the second part is like human beings like get involved in this world, and they just learn so fast and build up the world so well. And for the next part, the ending part is like talking about the relationship between human beings and natural environment. Um, I didn't think too much about texture. I was trying to imagine a picture, and I was trying to use sound to describe it in that piece.
Do you feel like a lot of your music does that? I mean, like kind of tries to capture like a visual image of some kind?
Yes. Well, my recent piece are like that. Yeah, like my recent orchestra piece, like listening to the clouds, 听云 in Chinese, is trying to capture the summer clouds in Ireland. It's the transcription of the clouds. It can just change the weather, the temperature. The big giant clouds, and I was trying to capture that image in that piece too.
Thank you so much for tuning in to Micromaker by Loose Leaf Transmissions. We hope you enjoyed this brief glimpse into the inner workings of the creative life. If this resonated with you, be sure to check out the full conversation on Music Maker with Tyler Kline, a podcast exploring craft and process, philosophy and inspiration, and the honest, often messy parts of being an artist, creative uncertainty, purpose and identity, and resilience. You can find Music Maker wherever you get your podcasts or by visiting musicmakerpodcast.com.